Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. It's Monday the 11th of March. Remember, we're kept free of charge by you coming back and using the site, using the adverts and using the charts. That's what keeps us free of charge. Okay, radar picture this morning is showing the cold air coming in from the east. It's that's generating the snow across southern counties of England through the Channel Isles and northern parts of France, and also the cold air that's driving its way southwards into this northern edge of the cold band as well. That's decreasing temperatures even more and is creating further snow. You can see the snow showers here as well across northeast England, and also snow showers affecting the east of Ireland and parts of central parts of Wales. So lots and lots going on just at the moment. Now, in terms of pressure for the next few days, here's how things develop. There's our area of low pressure. Look down towards the south just at the moment down there. What I want you to see is how that low kind of tracks its way slowly eastwards over the coming days into northern parts of France. This is the chart for midnight tonight and then into the early hours of the morning. Notice too that we've still got this area of rainfall affecting southern parts of the country. Then into tomorrow, we find the flow going more into an east and northeasterly direction. Still some snow showers coming down the eastern coast, still cold as well, but the snow should clear away from the south during the course of Tuesday. Into Wednesday, we go into more of a northerly flow, and what that northerly flow does is it brings us some snow showers down these eastern coasts. I think they should be fairly well scattered. Also some snow showers too, probably across western parts of Wales, southwest England. More sleety there, but you can see elsewhere it is generally dry. Now, I know some of you maybe are heading up to Cheltenham in the next few days. If you look elsewhere on the website, there's a dedicated forecast for the Cheltenham Festival. Certainly doesn't look too bad weather there if you are heading that way. Okay, then we get in towards Thursday. Ridge of high pressure builds through. I should say as well there'll be some sharp frosts over the next few nights, -4s and -5s. And then by Thursday itself, I think many areas across the south of the country actually enjoying a generally fine day with some sunny spells, although rain just coming into the far west of Scotland. And then heading into Friday, well, more unsettled conditions coming through overnight into Friday morning. I think some hefty bursts of rain and some strong winds heading eastwards as well. And through Friday afternoon, that rain, and Friday evening, that rain clears southeastern coasts. Then what we find is low pressure becoming the dominant feature here. Settling into western parts of Ireland during the course of the day on Wednesday, and then I think we will gradually see the area of low pressure persisting through the country during the day on Friday into the weekend, and it looks as if we get low pressure dominating conditions through the course of this weekend. Now, the big question is what happens after? Where do we go afterwards? Well, the ECMWF is trying its best to bring cold air back in. If we just go forward in 24-hour steps here, you'll notice low pressure coming back into the UK. This is by Saturday. That's Sunday. Okay, so low pressure there, sticking with the ideas of the GFS. Low pressure still there into the early part of next week, and then it clears towards the west. And what it tries to do then is to pick up a cold easterly flow coming across, probably going into Scotland here. Look, you see that cold easterly flow coming through, whereas down to the south we stay with milder southwesterly winds. So it's trying its best to bring colder air back into the north. However, I prefer the ensemble model, which if I just scroll forward here to the weekend, you'll see low pressure still dominating. So an unsettled weekend ahead, cool in the north, mild to the south. But then what it does is it keeps the low over us into the early part and the middle part of next week, maintains unsettled conditions, eventually clearing it away to the north. It kind of just warms through, and then we pick up more of a southwesterly flow coming in from off the Atlantic here. So hints of that southwesterly flow starting to come back in. And I prefer the ensemble view on things. Now, again, what that does is it hints at pressure building towards the end of the month, but trying to get some clues from elsewhere as to what's going to happen at the end of the month into the early part of April is really tricky. This is the MJO, and it's from the ECMWF valid through to the 8th of April. Each of these dots here representing a particular day on the line here. So I think what this is showing is a very, very weak MJO, which is almost into neutral territory here. And what that means is that we're getting very little guidance from the MJO as to what actually may happen. I'm also almost tempted to say let's stick with where we are, with a drier idea of the end of March into the early part of April, and then make it more damp from about the 4th or the 5th onwards. But the long and short of this one is that actually at the moment it's incredibly difficult to be making predictions more than a couple of weeks ahead. There just is no sort of pattern to the weather at the moment that you can really pin down, apart from saying we'll probably stay in this idea of high pressure north, low pressure south, and a northeasterly flow. Very difficult to pin it down, so I'm going to stick with my original forecast of a drier end to the month, dry beginning of April, and then breaking down after about the 20th of April. That's where I'm going to go with this one just at the moment. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully that was useful for you. Remember, we're kept free of charge by the adverts you see around the screen. It's by you coming back and using the site, using the adverts. That's what keeps us free of charge. So thank you for doing that, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.